Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles as they take on Josh Rosen and the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they interplay in this one. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins set for their first drive, led out by the new face of the franchise in his second season from UCLA, Josh Rosen. And we remember all the turmoil that Rosen had to go through in the offseason. Cliff Kingsbury arrives in Arizona. His preference, Kyler Murray. So that marriage started there. Rosen left in limbo, but ultimately he may have found himself in the best possible landing spot as a part of this Miami franchise. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. He's crossing.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Keep on going, baby.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 20 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Rosen now off the bootleg. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
It's complete to Drake. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen. Nick O'Leary, the intended receiver. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. The numbers for Jeffrey from last week: 4 catches, 53 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
Wentz now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
from the 38. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Back. You waiting? You ain't got nothing.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, punk.
They run with Howard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
81.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground. On first down, Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Rosen completes it to Parker. They give him a gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, baby.
Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Drake. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On third and short, Drake. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Running with Howard. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over. Lefty, lefty. Run you over.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 26.
Hey, stand.
To throw is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
On second down, it's Sanders, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Let's go.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wentz to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one and for a touchback. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got 4.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a draw play with Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Wentz now to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go, here we go.
Check 43.
Cody. Red flag 2, on here.
Into the red zone, Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Once again with Sanders. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up third and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score.
Your trip is here.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing his Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Waiting.
You must be drinking.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go.
Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Go. 280.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This fielded at the 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin in Charlotte, an NFC matchup between Washington and Carolina. And they have gone to the break with the Panthers out in front. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Dak Prescott, terrific as usual, as his guys run their mark to a sterling 11-1. In our game has been the UCLA man Josh Rosen with the strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Let's 5-2. Let's 5-2.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz is brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
4 down. Check. Lucky. Watch the edge.
Wentz now on first down. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Go. 280!
I'm coming after you.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. 180! Sunday! 46 down, man, 5-4.
To throw, it's Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike 55.
Now Wentz. And pressure gets to him again.
That's what I'm talking about.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Drake will start the drive on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Watch the pass.
From the 29, Rosen, wide open, receiver complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. I kind of chuckled to myself a little bit when I remember Darren Sproles coming out of college. I remember one scout saying, yeah, but what are you going to do with him in the pass game? Quarterback can't find him downfield because he's only 5'6". On that screen pass, they found him pretty well. And his balance is unsurpassed. He's so strong, he can take hits and stay on his feet.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Two jet. 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
On first down, it's Sanders down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Empty. Win 5-3. Win 5-3. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Now Wentz, and he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Tyson.
52's the mic.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Wentz gonna throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
You got him. You got him.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first down, Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. It was Mitch Unrein that made the tackle. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
32. Two jet.
Check.
Ram.
Check.
Sunday.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Check 24.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wentz now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Sunday. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Hey, empty.
Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Go.
52. Block 52. 52's the mark.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
On first down, it's Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 55. Come on. Hey, let's get this.
Another run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Rosen. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? And it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 15.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On first down, it's Sanders, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Josh Rosen in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:08 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Rosen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Caught, it's Wilson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. Short throw taken in by the tight end O'Leary. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Drake. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles' defense able to hold. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.